Righty-ho, everyone. So come on and kind of up and onto your feet when you are ready. I'm going to start in standing by bringing heels together and bringing toes together. Let's take feet out to 10 and 2 and just let those heels just drop out and just follow into parallel. And we're going to ground the feet down and onto the mat. Let those arms just become heavy, relaxed just by your side. And just when we're ready, we'll shut down at eyes. Let the feet just feel grounded, let the arms feel heavy just by your side. And we take a breath in just to scoop those shoulders just up and just into ears. Breathing out, we relax, release, and just let them go. Shoulder blades just glide just down the back body. Arms are lovely and long. A breath in again, we draw those shoulders just up and into ears. Breathing out, we relax, release, and just let go. Last one, breath in, draw shoulders up and into ears. Breathe out, relax, release, and just let go. Arms completely relaxed just by your side. When we're ready, we open our eyes. And we take a sweep of the hands up to the ceiling. At the top, we extend and lengthen the chest a little. The arms sweep back behind and down. And as they pass the thighs, we round through the upper back and let the arms dangle. We do a little mini up top roll up to bring ourselves back up and into standing, shoulders relax. Again, repeat those arms, they lengthen, we stretch, we extend a little through the back. Arms, feet down and by our side. Back and arches, hands drop down. And we slowly uncurl. And our last one, as we extend up through center, we stretch. Arms come back down and by our side. We're at the bottom of that roll up when we slowly uncurl. We stack head lifts. From here, we sweep the hands up and towards the ceiling. We stretch and we lengthen. And we breathe out, hands drop down behind head. Twist, rotate, come on around. A breath in to come up through center. We stretch and lengthen. Breathing out, we drop down, rotate, come on around. A breath in, come up through center, lengthen. Breathing out, rotate, drop down. In through center and lengthen. Out and drop down. Come back up through center. We stretch long. Go an extra little inch for me up tall. And we relax, release, and those arms come down. Little shake just here, just on arms. We pop hands here just on front of hips. And we're just going to take a couple of little tucks under just of that pelvis, just to really get set into our lovely neutral position. Once we're there, we're just going to hold. And we're just going to start double heel raise tonight and slow lower. Little double heel raise and slowly lower. Now, if you want to, and this feels quite comfy, let's release those hands. And the hands, they extend up and overhead as we come up onto tippy toes, and we slowly lower back down. We extend and we lengthen, sweeping on up. Relax, release, and lower. Extend and lengthen, come on up. Relax, release, and lower. Extend and lengthen, release and lower. Extend and lengthen, release and lower. We've got 3 and release. We've got 2 and release. And last one, we hold up top. Let those hands then just come just down just in front of the shoulders. And we're going to drop the heels down, kissing onto the mat. And we lift up, take our little double pulse and lower. So come up top, we pulse, pulse and lower. Pulse, pulse, lower. Pulse, pulse, lower. Pulse, pulse, lower. Keep that going. Let's get these calf raises over and done with nice and early. We've got 5. We've 4. We've 3. We've 2. Last one. And we lower on down. Arms just drop just down and by side. We let that bottom drop back and we sweep the hands in forwards and we squeeze and come on up. Think about that bottom dropping to the back edge of your mat and we squeeze and come up. Sinking down and up. Arms sweep up and we drop them down. A little extra squeeze as we come up to stand with those shoulder blades before we drop back down. Up and down. Up and down. We've got 5. Great work. 4. We've 3. We've 2. Last one, dropping down, bottom goes low. We hold the many ups and downs. We pulse, 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 pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we come on up and come on back up to stand. Lovely work. Take and find just your little weights, whatever you're using tonight as your little weights. Shimmy them out the way. And we're going to come back and we're going to start here just in turn out. So coming into turn out, we've got a little kind of pizza slice just between the feet. Arms are going to start off just down and just by your side, just at hips. And we're going to just take a little upward palm, kind of opening, and then we drop back down. We lift those heels up and we drop back down. Palms up to ceiling, drop back down. A little bit of shoulder work combined with the legs. We lift and we lower, lift and lower. 3 and we release. We have 2 and we release. Last one, release, drop down. We lift up, we hold, palms stay up. We hold here and we take a little walking pattern, lifting and lowering. Now I want you to imagine that you're holding kind of 2 trays full of champagne glasses, weight in arms, and we don't want to move. So we're rolling through toes, we're keeping ourselves perfectly still and stable. We lift and lower, lift and lower. We've got 3 here. We've 2. Last one. And we drop on down, come on in. We're going to keep the feet at the same angle, but we're going to step them out wider now. So your toes will be pointing to kind of the corner edges of the mat, and your heels will be about hip width distance apart. We're going to start with the arms crossed over the body, and we're going to go back into that little sweep, but crossover. Sweep, crossover, sweep, crossover. Now if you can coordinate it, you can kind of cross over different arms as you come back through center. But if that feels a little bit much for almost 8:30 on a Monday, don't worry, just stick to the same side. Sweeping out and in, out and in. Good, a little bit faster this evening. We're getting a little bit of a lift, just of heart rate, of respiration rate. A little bit of work here. We've got 3, we've got 2. Last one, drop down, arms hold out. Now we take a single arm curl and release. Curl, release, curl, release. High biceps, good. Curl, release, curl, release. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, both arms out straight. Now we hold here. We take, if we can, a double heel lift and lower. We lift and lower, lift and lower. Legs are working, maybe a little shaky, that's okay. Good, keep control as much as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, stay up on those tippy toes. Now we double bicep curl and release. Tough stuff. Curl and release. Curl and release. We've got 3. We've got 2. We've got last one, arms come out. We sink those heels. We come on up and give everything a little shake on. Really nice work. We're going to keep ourselves just standing here, just in our parallel position. Take a hold of the weights. If you've got little dumbbells, little water bottles, turn your kind of palms in so that they're kind of just in the front of the thighs. We are going to do a little stretch down towards toes, but this isn't a roll down. We spend so much time in Pilates doing those beautiful roll downs that it can be a little bit hard to change. The weights are on the thighs. We're going to send and kind of bottom out, and we always let the hands kind of run down the thighs, run over the knees. Now check that lower back. It should be kind of really flat here. You should almost be at a 45-degree angle. We come down just as low as you feel able, and then we press back up. Hands run back up the thighs. We come back up to stand. Second time round, bottom goes back, Hand runs just down, just thighs. We take it just to wherever we can, and we squeeze bum muscles, work back up to stand. Keep that going. Drop on down. Squeeze and come back up. Drop on down. Squeeze and come back up. We've got 3. Trickle back up. We've got 2. Trickle back up. And we've got last 1. We trickle back up. Now we've got options. Option 1 is to stay exactly as we are, with that little straight leg deadlift. Option 2 is to make things a little bit harder and add in a bit of balance work. If we're doing balance work, take the weight onto your right. We lift the left leg, and we're going to take both of the hands down the right thigh as we kind of counterbalance and let that left leg slide out. Now we won't probably get down quite as far, and then we scoop and come back up. It is okay to wobble. It is a pretty tough one. We glide down again. Control through that leg as much as we can, and we scoop and come back up. What that looks like from front on, it's almost like we're going into like a little kind of airplane gliding out and coming back up. If that feels too tough, go back onto that double leg and curl back up. Couple more single leg, gliding out and coming back up. We've got 2 as we are, and we come back up. And we've got the last one as we are. And we come back up, come back on up, shake out that little leg, swap onto other side. So wait, if we're doing that other side, slide on over, we glide out. If you're sticking just with the double leg, keep on going, keep that work, keep that control. Making sure that we aren't tempted to kind of arch the top half of the body. We keep that really stiff and strong. Glide on out and down. Curl back on up. Glide on down. Curl back on up. We've got 3 to go, single leg or double leg. 3. We've 2. And we're going to take last one. Glide on down. Come back up. With a wobble, and then you relax, release. Legs get a little shake. Now, this last little one that we're going to do in standing, I would say probably do kind of no more than 1 kilo in each hand. So you've got 2 kilos maximum. A little less perfect, but I would say you don't want to go too heavy with this next one. So if you've got heavier weights, ditch that weight and just hold on to 2 kilos maximum. We are now going to come into a little weighted roll down. So we let the hands just kind of drop, just kind of naturally to where it feels comfy. We're going to lengthen through the back of the neck, let the chin drop into the throat, and now we roll down through the back of the neck. The chin touches chest. We lift and drop at shoulders. We soften the back of the knees, and it's like we're like a little anchor in the ocean. Those hands, they drift, and let those hands work their way down towards the mat. Now, if we don't get to mat, don't worry, we just hang and hold. But if we get to mat, we kind of keep fingers on weight and we just hold that little stretch. Breath in and out. And then we bend the knees, breathing out, tucking tail, and we slowly uncurl. Peel on back up. Head last to lift, shoulders soften up. Top. If that feels in any way uncomfy on your lower back, ditch the weights, but it should give you a little bit more of a hamstring stretch. Breath in again, breathing out, we soften the knees, head drops, and again, be that little anchor in the ocean. Let those hands just sink down towards your mat where you can hang, where you can hold. Couple breaths in and out. Knees bend, tail tucks under, slowly uncurl. And we make next little one your last one here. Rolling down in your own time. Try not to skip through any little levels. Again, let the weights just encourage hands just down and just towards the mat. We can hang, we can hold. Couple breaths in and out. Easy bend, tail tucks under, and we come on up for the last time together. Come on up really nice and tall. Finding just that ideal posture. Lovely work, everyone. Weights come down and just onto your floor, onto mats. I'll do my little rejig just so that I'm bringing you a little bit closer, just in and towards me. And come on down and onto all fours. So we'll find ourselves kind of down and on all fours. Weights will be kind of close by, and have your little bands close by if you've got one tonight. We're going to start off getting things warmed up by taking a little weighted swimming. So we're going to take the weight just to our left hand. Right hand's anchored down, and we just really make sure that we start off in that lovely kind of box kind of shape. So we've got really equal weight between the kind of 4 points, and we've got a nice equal distance. The biggest mistake is that your knees are often a little bit too close to the hands. So be kind of confident that you're strong and you can take them a little further away from the wrists. Shoulders slide down and away. Now we pair that left hand with the right leg, and we take our little swimming straight away. Opposite arm, opposite leg, and then we glide in. Take a little hover, knee in hand, and then we press, push, drop back out. Good, draw in and glide away. Now you want with this one to feel core engaging at the same time. So make sure as we slide out and we come in that we're working belly button up into spine. Lower back's lovely and flat. And let's just take a little moment just to consider head and neck. Make sure that the chin is just drawn in towards the throat. We glide out and we draw in, keeping really flat through the top part of the body. Good. Breath out to glide out. In to come in. We've got 3. We've got 2. We've got last little one. We hold on out. Now with that leg, we drop the toes down to the mat and we lift. That arm stays where it is, but if it's getting a little tired, drop the hand down. We've got 3 leg lifts. We've got 2 leg lifts. We've got last leg lift, and we are all done there. Little weight drops down, and we just take a little cat or a camel in kind of almost all directions, just to ease out any tension. We've got 2 options for our next little set, and what we're going to do is we're going to tuck toes under wherever we are. Option 1 is to come up and take a little hovering hold, scooping in core, holding strong. Option 2, you're feeling a bit more confident with core, you want to push things a little tonight, is keep the toes tucked under, hover, and we dart out and into our high plank. Wherever we are, core is working really well for us. Settle yourself into kind of whatever position that you kind of are going for. If you're coming into high plank, sneak those hands a little bit further away from the knees. We've got 3 5-second holds. Breath in here. Breathing out, we lift up, we hold, and we hover. Hover or high plank. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, release, and lower, and just let go. Little breath in again. Breathing out, lift those knees on up, we hover, we hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, release, and just let go. And last little one, any little minor readjustments, breathing out, lifting knees. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, release, and just let go. Untuck toes and slide them back, child's pose. Again, we can stack hands just up here and just let the forehead just rest, making almost like 2 little hot potatoes. Couple of big breaths in and out. Just let tummy muscles go. So take that breath in. Just imagine the rib cage just expanding in every direction. we ease ourselves up just really nice and slowly from here. The weight it gets slid over and onto other side. So the right hand will pick up weight now. Shoulders will slide down and away. Core will stay really engaged. And when we're ready, we slide on out and we glide back on in. Slide on out and glide back in. Keeping that core engaged, keeping really strong. We slide out. We draw in. Slide out. Draw in. We've got 3. We've got 2. Last one, holding out. If we can, we hold out here. We do those little leg lowers and lifts. Again, if that hand needs to come down, just let it rest. We've got 3. We've got 2. We've got last one. And we drop on down. Really nice, everyone. Drop on down. Head relaxes. Couple breaths in and out. And we ease ourselves just up, just nice and slowly, just from here. You're going to take yourself down and just onto tummies. If you have a little head pillow, use one. A little alternative to a head pillow is just like a little folded up towel or just like the edge of a little sofa cushion, just so it's not kind of full thickness. Take weights with you, and we're going to pop down and just onto tummies, flat and into lying. The big toes are going to become connected and the heels are going to drop out and the palms are going to face up towards the ceiling, taking just a nice grip just of weight. Your heads can drop down centrally, but I'll just turn my head so that you can hear me nice and clearly. From here, we're going to take a little dart. So we're going to squeeze the back body, squeeze bum, squeeze heels, lift and rotate the palms in towards the thighs. We take a little hold here, and then we relax, release, soften, and drop back down. Little breath in at the bottom, breathing out, we squeeze that back body, we take a lift, we hold. Now we relax, release, and lower. Now it is much tougher with the weights. So if you feel that you want to just do the movement without the weights, that is also perfectly fine. We lift and we lower. Really lovely for thinking about keeping our postural muscles in check and nice and strong. As we lift up, we become, as the exercise suggests, that little dart shape, so really streamlined. And release. And we take 3 more here. Squeeze to lift on up. Hold. Relax and release. Squeeze and lift up. Hold. Relax and release. And last one, squeeze and lift up. Hold. And we relax, release, drop on down. Weights roll away out of hands, and we bring the hands up, just spending a little moment, just kind of completely flat, just on tummies. Couple of nice, refreshing breaths in and out. And we ease ourselves just up slowly, and we take a little roll just onto our side. Sorry, my way. Come on to side, ladies, and we're going to take just a hold, just a band. And what we're going to do with bands is kind of shimmy and scoop them up and over and knees tonight so that they're up and over thighs. Try and not make them roll up like mine has just done. And we're going to come into a slightly different position. I think all of you will have done this with me before over the last kind of couple of weeks, but we've not done it certainly in the last few weeks. You have the option with this little one, if you want, to pop a little bit of cushioning underneath your elbow. Say you're on quite a thin mat and on a hard surface, this might feel a little kind of uncomfy. But if not, we're coming onto elbow into side lying. Now, let me just scoop my top so you can see what's happening here. We are going to take yourself into that little kind of perfect clam position, but we're going to kind of keep ourselves elevated and lifted just up and just off of the mat. The top hand is going to come onto the top hip, and this shoulder, we almost want to kind of lift kind of up and out of to be quite active. Now I feel this one a little working into my neck, and if it feels a little too much for you, just let the head just kind of go and drop down as we were checking out watch. Heels are going to stay together, we're lifted, we're nice and tall to begin with, and we're going to squeeze and take a little lift as though we were lifting in clam and lower. Squeeze and release. Now that effort still works into the outer hip, but we've kind of tricked the lower half of the body into having to work as well. So obliques are working, shoulders working here as we work that top. We lift and lower, lift and lower. We're probably creating a bigger angle here, so you'll probably start to feel this working you a little bit more. Squeeze and release. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, knee drops down. If you need to let that head go, just do. And from here, we're going to take a little reverse of the clam and release. So the knees do sandwich together, and we lift that heel, let it kind of peek up over the top of the thigh and release. Lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. 5 here. We've 4. We've 3. We've 2. Last one, relax, release, just drop down. We hold ourselves as we are, and we're taking ourselves into a little side bridge hold to finish, sorry. We're keeping ourselves in this position, maybe shimmy that elbow forward if you feel that it's not quite in line with the knee. And from here, we're going to lift the bottom hip up and off of the mat. We'll hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax and release and just drop down. Lovely stuff, ladies. Keep the legs as they are, and we'll press the hands just on up. We then just glide the arm just up and over, just to take a little reverse and to stretch out obliques and down the side. Couple breaths in and out. And then we just relax that hand down, take a little kind of shrug up top. Lovely. Flip on over other side, and we'll get that other side kind of done and out the way. So lining again up, just so the elbow comes just kind of down and onto mat. Elbow roughly kind of in line with those knees, and those feet are kind of in line with hips and kind of shoulders, so we're nice and kind of flat. Again, we lift up and out of shoulder. Let head relax down straight away if it's feeling pretty tired already. Top hand onto top hip, and we hold here. When we are ready, let's clam, lift and lower. Lift and lower. Keeping that real nice, smooth control. We lift and we lower. We lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lovely work, really nice. Squeezing just into the side of the hip. Good. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 5, 4, 3, 2. The last one, we drop on down, knees stay together. From here, we lift that heel and we slowly lower. Good, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. You might feel a little bit more fatigued on this side. Often with the second hip you do. We've got 3, we've 2. Last one, we lower down. Keep the elbow where it is. Take a little breath in. Breathe out. That side bridge is coming. We lift and glide up. Now we hold here. Hold strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax and release. Just drop down. Take that little slide just on up, keeping those little legs folded. And that bottom arm stretches up and over, just to take that really nice side body stretch. Couple breaths in and out. And we let then just that hand just roll just down, and we slowly uncurl, coming back up from here. Lovely work. Free yourself just from your bands, so let's get rid of them. Just take them out and just pop them down. Head pillow coming in and underneath if you've got something and you feel that you need just that little bit of a lift just to support the head. If you don't have head pillow, if you don't want one, that's absolutely fine. Ground yourselves just down and just into that really nice, comfortable position, just working just down and just in just to your parallel legs. Pelvis is nicely centered, and we take a couple little tilts just to make sure that that lower back just kind of rests on the mat. It's just like we want contact with the kind of skin all the way down into the tail. The arms are going to start off just down, just by your side. Palms are just facing down. And we're going to layer up this next little one. So we're just from here going to take ourselves just into just this little single leg scissor lift and lower to begin. And we lift and lower, using this as a little core warm up. We've already been working into that core. We've done some lovely work already. But what we want to make sure is just that we're getting everything kind of communicating and working well. Remembering that we're looking just for tummy just to stay flat and not change. If you're noticing that you're kind of puffing up, or that that lower back is coming off the mat, maybe just not got core set as much as we want. Good. We lift and lower. We've got 3. We've got 2. We've got last one. And foot just comes down. We keep ourselves in this position, but now we bring knees and bring feet together. Hands just stay down and by our side. And we're going to take ourselves just into a little drop rotation. So we let the knees and the hips drop down to one side. Keep the chest planted, or take a wee look over the opposite shoulder. We'll feel long down one side of the body. And then I want you to imagine that you've got a little bit of elastic running from armpit to hip. Imagine pulling that elastic or drawing in that kind of elastic drawstring to bring those knees back up to center using the core. We're just going to do the other side and do a little shimmy. And we'll let those knees drop down and over to other side. We can turn and rotate, but don't let that shoulder lift. Keep it super glued down. Enjoy that little bit of a stretch when we're over. And then scoop up again through center. Knees come back to center. Pelvis drops down. Good. Glide knees on down. Take a little twist, a little rotation. Shoulders flat. We scoop and lift back on up. And we've got last one, dropping down. Rotate on over. Take that little stretch. And we scoop and lift, knees come back up to center, ground feet just on down. We're going to combine and kind of mash up those last 2 exercises together. Now this one will feel a little tougher, but you are in control of your range of movement. So from here, we're going to come up and into a single leg tabletop, and then we're going to take a second leg up, but we're going to super glue and kind of sandwich those knees together. Now, the further you go, the harder this one is. We are almost going to repeat the same action as last exercise, keeping the body kind of down, letting the knees drop over. Now, you'll probably find a point at which you kind of want to just roll. Try and kind of stop that from happening. That's probably your stop point. And then we work through those abdominals, drawing in belly button, working through side to bring those knees back to the center. We drop then just over to the other side, again, just as far as you feel that you want to take knees, and then work through center and work through core. This is like your legs have become the little dumbbells for your abdominals, and we're dropping down and onto kind of one side, and then we scoop and lift, taking those knees back through center. The further you go, the harder it is, so you might find after a couple that you can take those knees just that little bit lower as you get a little bit more confident. And it does give you a little bit of stretch kind of in mid-back as well, so this might kind of have a nice benefit of you getting a little bit of an extra stretch. We draw back up then through center. We drop on down. We work back up through center. We've got one more each direction. Knees drop on down, take that twist. And then we draw back up through center. And the knees, they drop on down. And we draw back up through center. Once we're finished, knees just hug into chest, hands onto shins. And we take just a little rock here, just side to side, just massaging that lower back just into mat. Couple breaths in and out. We let those legs then just come back down one at a time, just onto mat. And we interlock the hands back in and behind the head. We're really supporting head this evening with this one. And once the hands are there, it's almost like the chin kind of gets dropped just down and just into chest. The feet, they come just flat, just down and just on the mat from here. We soften rib cage down and towards hips. We take a breath on in. Breathing out, we curl the upper top of the body and we take a little leg lift. And then we slowly, gently lower. Other side, we scoop, we come on up. We slowly, gently lower. Good, we scoop, lift, come on up. Slowly, gently lower. Upper body's really flat. Curl, and we release. Curl, and release. Breathing out to curl up. Into lower. We've got 3 as we are. Release. We've 2 as we are. Release. Last one, we're going to curl up now. We're going to hold. We're going to let the hands come down and by our side and we blend seamlessly just into a little hundreds, pulsing hands just down and by our side. We've got the single leg option that we're going to hold. If you want a little bit more, let's take that second leg up, double leg tabletop. If that head gets a little bit heavy, pop a hand behind the head and we're just kind of pulsing just those imaginary little kind of buckets of water by our side. Breathing in for 5. Breathing out for 5. Pulsing, holding, strong at the core. Good. A little bit of endurance one just to see us through just to the finish. Good. Holding strong. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, release, drop on down. Knees hug in. We take a little rock here, just side to side. Couple breaths in and out. We let, when we're ready, just the feet come on down and just back onto mat. The hands, they just drop just down and just by our side. We're going to take just a couple of really easy bridges, almost as a little kind of cool down tonight. So we're not adding kind of anything else kind of fancy into our bridge. We're just taking the time just to ease through the back. We tilt at hips, we squeeze those glutes, we roll and we peel, lifting on up. And then we relax, release, and we trickle the spine back down, coming back down level by level. Letting every little segment have its opportunity to stretch, to glide, to move. Let the glutes work a little for us, core will work just really gently. The last one here, rolling on up. Then we come down to relax, release, soften, and we just let go. At the bottom, the right knee just draws just up and just in towards the chest. The heel then just drops over and just onto the thigh on the other side. A little press and we can just hold here if that feels like enough of a stretch. Or we can lift and scoop the other leg up and in. We shut down at the eyes, we let the body just feel heavy. We just feel supported by the mat. We are using the breath out to create space in the outer hip. Everything else can soften. And then we just unlock the hands and just let the foot come down and just rest. We let that leg then just come down. Other side, we draw the knee just up and just in towards the chest. Heel crosses over. We press a little just on the inside of the knee to kind of open up again the front of the hip. We might just stay there, but if you want that extra little bit more, draw that right knee up and hold. Couple breaths in and out. And then we just relax, release, melt back down. Take yourself just down, just so that feet and knees come back down. Spend a little moment just flat. 3 big breaths in and out together. Breath in through the nose. Let tummy go, expand ribs in all directions. We take that big breath in, little hold at the top, and then breathing out to relax and release. Breath in again. Breathing out, relax, release. Last one. Big breath in. Breathing out. Relax and release. We let the knees just roll us just onto one side. Coming on to that side, we then let the hands just press ourselves up. And we're taking just a seat, just in our most comfy position. Again, this is the position that's comfiest for you. So we could be kneeling, cross-legged, long sitting, or even pop up in onto a chair. We let the hands interlock in front of the chest. Breathing out, we press those hands away as the shoulder blades spread and slide apart. Hands glide forward and we hold. From here, we then just create a little slide just around us to one side. We come back to the center and then around the other side. Come back to center, press hands away, and we lengthen up and through the body as we stretch. We release the hands, we press the palms out to outer edges of the room. Nerve slide just here. The hands then just come down, turn up just on that shoulder soft. You can shut down the eyes here if you want. The right ear just drops just heavy to the right shoulder. Couple breaths in and out. We let the chin just drop, just roll just down into chest. We stop at the center and we slowly uncurl back up through middle, head slats. Other side, ear drops down to shoulder, hand go. Chin rolls down to chest, again stop at the center. And slowly uncurl, peeling back up through the neck. Head last to left, eyes open. And we are all done, ladies. Monday evening Pilates is done. Well done. I'm gonna pop up a little thing on Instagram, just any little requests for Wednesday night session, but I'll probably see you both there. Any questions, queries, just let me know. But thanks very much for all your hard work this evening. Go and enjoy kind of last little bits of sunshine if you can, and I will see you both on Wednesday. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Lauren.